Good day, everybody. It is Bridget here in Bridget's Healthy Kitchen, and it is a healthy kitchen today. I have to say, very proud of all the healthy food that I have been testing for us. Very proud of this healthy recipe that I'm about to share with you guys as well. And what better timing to share this amazing, so simple, like, you know, you can just trip over and get this right. It is that easy. It's so good to be able to share this particular recipe on this particular day. Now let me tell you why it's so cool is because it's freezing in Sydney today, and I'm pretty sure that there are quite a few of us around the country in Australia and potentially in New Zealand too that have been reminded quite swiftly what winter's like, because it is freezing, the wind is blowing, it is cold. So what better time to teach you guys how to make a porridge that is literally, and it's an oat-free porridge by the way, and it will literally take you only a couple minutes to make, and it is so incredibly filling. Let me just categorically say how filling and satisfying. Like, this is a fortifying way. If you're feeling like, you know, I need to really have some decent food inside of me, maybe you've got a busy day, maybe you're just absolutely starving and you just want something really, really filling and really fulfilling, this is the porridge for you. So it is an almond porridge that I'm making, and like I said, it's gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free, of course. It comes, well, it's not really porridge, is it? And I have to make point of my Scottish heritage, that there might be some Scots on this going, that's not how you make porridge. Sorry, that's the best Scottish accent I can do. So it is a porridge-like consistency. Let's say that it's oat-free. It's only got a couple of ingredients. I did share it this morning on Bridget's Healthy Kitchen here on Facebook. So if you would like the PDF version and you would like to request a copy, you can absolutely do that, because that only went live a couple of hours ago. So the beautiful, most handsome Mahey is going to drop that link in hopefully for you guys very, very soon. So if you'd like to request that copy, you can do so. And hello to Tamara. Good morning. I hope you're well. I hope you're not quite as freezing as we are here in Sydney today. And you know, it's probably actually not that cold when I think about it. It just is a massive difference from the warm weather that we had even just last week. It's been a complete change. It's time for porridge. Let's be honest here. But before we get into the recipe, I just want to remind you guys that we launched a brand new competition yesterday, and that is our Mother's Day virtual high tea competition. You don't have to be a mother to enter it. Just anyone can enter this competition, but we are celebrating mothers in every single way, shape and form. And we, as you guys all know, it's Mother's Day a week on Sunday. So let's get into some Mother's Day style recipes. Something that you might like to share on Mother's Day, or with your mother, or with your family, or more importantly with yourself. You want to cook something really delicious, really healthy, a lovely treat that you might want to serve for a Mother's Day high tea. So that's why I'm calling it a virtual high tea. All you have to do to enter is to decide what recipe that you would serve to someone special on this exceptionally special day. Hashtag it Healthy Mother's Day. Make sure you tag Bridget's Healthy Kitchen into it, and you go into the draw. You go into the draw to win a virtual one-on-one cooking class. Me and you, we're going to do a cook-off together, just us, just private, just between the two of us. We're going to choose a recipe, you're going to choose a recipe, and then the two of us, we're going to get together and we're going to have a private Zoom cooking class. It can take as long as it needs to take. You have my undivided attention. We're going to cook together, you in your kitchen, me in mine. And as well as that, we're also going to send you a Mother's Day prize pack of more from Bridget's Healthy Kitchen, the cookbook. And I'm also going to send you 2 ebooks, Bridget's Healthy Treats, which is amazing, and also Bridget's Healthy Breads and Pastries, to make sure that you have all the recipes that you need for a really healthy, happy Mother's Day. If you've already got those, then you can nominate the person of your choosing, and we will send them to the person who you choose for us to send it to. So it's a wonderful prize. It is a great competition. I've already started. I'm going to do something really sneaky, but I'm going to stand over there because I've been cooking and testing. Like I said, it's been a healthy kitchen day for me. I've been cooking and testing. There's a bit of a treat over there. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I've got something sort of sitting over there on the bench that I will be sharing the recipe with you guys. And it's definitely something that I have designed for this Mother's Day high tea. I can imagine having this at high tea. Bear with me. Can you kind of see? I'll come closer. Such a tease, eh? What do you think that might be? Ooh, that's all the teasing you're getting. That's all the teasing you're getting. And it's something to do with lemon. Something to do with a lemon, something. And it's baked in the oven. I'll give you the French name for it, tarte au citron. That's right. I'll be sharing that with you guys tomorrow, just in time for our competition. You may want to break that one out and give that one a bit of a whirl. It's up to you. We'll leave it up to you. Anyway, that's our Mother's Day competition. Mother's Virtual High Tea. Hashtag Healthy Mother's Day. But let's get into the recipe. As I said, this is quick. Do not blink. You might miss it. It's really, really quick. Okay, so we're doing almond porridge, which is, it's one of those really gorgeous things, right? It's one of those really gorgeous things, and it's so incredibly simple to make. Incredibly simple. Let's do it. It's so easy, right? Come down to my bench. So I'm going to measure everything straight into my pot. As I said, it's really, really easy to do. So there's mainly three ingredients to this recipe. The first ingredient, because it's an almond porridge, of course, is almond. I'm using almond flour, almond meal, ground almonds, whatever they call it in your neck of the woods. And this is for one portion, by the way. We're going to add 60 grams, which is 2 ounces, of that beautiful almond straight into my little saucepan. 60 grams. As well as that, this is how it gets so fulfilling and filling, is I am using chia seeds in here as well. Chia seeds, as you guys know, are incredibly good for us. I mean, first, our almonds are a really healthy fat, which is wonderful, but our chia seeds are packed full of protein, and they have the ability, and I'm putting in a tablespoon, by the way, they have the ability to swell up as soon as liquid hits them. And so what that means is that these chia seeds get quite large on consumption when you mix it with liquid and in consumption, and they absolutely fill up your stomach. You'll be so surprised how full you feel by just those few ingredients. And those are basically the dry ingredients already done in there. Already done. That's all you need. And you'll be like, are you sure? You're like, yep, that's pretty much it. We're going to add a bit of inulin powder, but the basis of this porridge is literally almonds and chia. So mix those together. Remember, chia swells. And so that 1 tablespoon may not seem like a lot, but those amazing seeds, little seeds of protein, are going to swell up. They're going to help you to stay fuller longer. And the other thing that chia does really, really well is once it goes into your digestive system, so I'm talking about the small, into your stomach and then gets digested through your intestines, it helps to really clean those intestines. So chia seeds are very clever. If you haven't tried them before, you can pretty much get them from any health food store. I use them in jam to thicken jam. I put them in a lot of different crackers and stuff like this, but also in this porridge recipe, they're absolutely fabulous. So we've got those 2 in there. I'm also going to put in, of course, a little bit of my Pure As Inulin powder is going to go in there. Now, just a tip for you guys, as we're coming into the cooler or sometimes the more rainy weather, make sure that your Pure As Inulin is always stored airtight. Yeah, keep that seal, if you're leaving it in your bag, keep the seal really locked tight. You don't want to allow any moisture in there. But what I actually do is, you guys see, I actually put mine in an airtight jar. So just a reminder, when you're getting your inulin, is don't store it in the cupboard like that. You definitely want to make sure, as we're getting into the more wetter months and stuff, that you want to ensure that it is well sealed. So but I usually just take mine straight out of the bag and put it into a jar. So we're going to put a bit of inulin in there. It's just to add a little bit of fibre, which is always good. Our chia seeds are there for a bit of fibre as well. You don't need much, just a couple of teaspoons of that goes in. And then we're going to add the liquid portion. So I am using coconut milk, but you can use any non-dairy milk that you prefer. So when it comes to coconut milk, I always use a really good quality one. I just pay that extra bit. It might only be 50 cents a tin or something like that, and you just get that better quality. I would love to be able to make my own coconut milk at home, but getting access to fresh, to coconuts that are good for making into, fresh is a little bit more difficult. But I know some of our followers here actually based in the islands and tropical countries, so you might even be able to make your own. But I'm using coconut milk. You could use almond, which would be a bit almondy, to be completely honest with you. That's a bit of an almond overload. You could also use hemp milk. You could use macadamia nut milk. You could use soya milk. It's completely up to you, whatever your preference is when it comes to the non-dairy. If you do have dairy in your diet, then you could probably just do it with milk. But I can't do dairy, so I love my coconut milk. So I'm going to be adding 80 to 90 mils of coconut milk. The reason why I'm saying 80 to 90, because it all depends what sort of consistency you like your porridge to be. That's why I said 80 to 90, because you might be cooking and you might think, oh, that's rather thick. And if it's rather thick for your particular liking, all you need to do is add a bit more of your non-dairy milk. So bring over my induction cooktop. Actually, I won't. You guys can't hear me when it's too close. I'm just going to leave it over here, and I'm just going to put it on. And I don't need it to be, it's not on here for very long. Only on here for a couple of minutes, like 90 seconds. So all I'm doing with it now that it's in the pot is I'm going to bring it to a little gentle simmer. I don't want to boil the living daylights out of it because it might stick to my saucepan. So I just want to, because basically you could eat it as it is now, but we want to thicken it a little bit. We want to heat it up a little bit as well, and we want those chia seeds to start to swell, because remember, that's really, it's like, seriously, this is one of the most filling breakfast ideas. And I actually had it for lunch. I have to tell a sneaky lie. I had it for I had my gut healing bowl, and then I was like, oh, I really like something a little bit treaty, and so for me this is quite treaty. And after having my gut healing bowl, which was like salads, and there was a little bit of protein in there, and but I just wanted something just to top me off. This is the way to go. Like, seriously, this is so good. But you'll be full for hours. There'll be no sneaking off to the fridge. Oh, look at that, it's already bubbling in front of me. There'll be no sneaking off to the fridge because you feel like you needed something a little bit extra after you have. Trust me, this is the business. All right. So after even a couple of seconds of me going blah blah blah, it's pretty much ready. Seriously, it's pretty much ready. I want to show you the consistency. Yeah, so you can then kind of decide. Shush, little machine. All right, you can kind of decide what consistency you like. So as you can see, that is kind of a porridge-like consistency. If you don't like porridge-like consistencies, you may want to give this one a bit of a wide berth. But I love porridge. That's the Scot in me. I love that consistency. I love to have something warm on a cold day, even if it's not for breakfast, but it's actually, for my little lunch treat or whatever. I love it. And it is got such a great flavor that you can consider having this at any time of the day. So grab yourself up a bowl. It literally takes 30, 60 seconds on the stovetop. Yeah, it's done. It's absolutely done. But as I was saying, if you like yours a little bit more looser, just add a bit more coconut milk or your non-dairy milk to it. So into our bowl, we're going to add our porridge, our almond porridge. Yummy. See, Mahi hasn't tried this one yet. I've been hiding it. Every time I've made it, I'm like, ooh, I just won't mention that I've just made this because I really, really enjoy it. Okay, so that's now in there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? It's in the recipe though. Follow the recipe if you get the PDF. I forgot that what is really nice with this is cinnamon. Cinnamon works really, really well. I just forgot to add it because I got too excited. Porridge excites me. So there's nothing stopping you from just, I think it's about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Not too much because you get a numb mouth if you add too much cinnamon. And just stir it through. Look, even if you forget something, it's going to look quite nice. It'll taste quite nice, even though it didn't go into that pot. Just give it a bit of a stir through. And the way that I'm going to serve my almond porridge today is I have in this pot here, I have my blueberries. So blueberries are really expensive at the moment. And so I buy my blueberries frozen. I have some lovely organic blueberries. And how I got all of that wonderful liquid out of there. So the first thing you'll notice is I've got some cinnamon quills that I just thrown in, just cinnamon once again. Amazing with blueberries, amazing with almond. So I've got some cinnamon quills that I use to cook it. So all I did is I put my frozen berries into this pot. I added in a couple tablespoons of inulin just to give it a bit of a sweetness. And then I put it on a medium to low heat. And I just left it to sit there and to defrost, but not to boil, so that my berries didn't break up. So they're still, as you can see, they're still full and complete. They're not mush, which is, I don't like mushy berries, I like to have a bit of texture. And the liquid that you see here is what naturally came out of the berries. So not only do you get this wonderful, like a berry compote or macerated berries, because we've got obviously some cinnamon bark in there, but you also get this incredible liquid that you can now do things like this too. So I'm just gonna, and of course this just sits in the fridge. I cool it down and then I leave it in one of these containers in the fridge, and it doesn't last long because I nearly eat them every day because I just absolutely love them. But you know, this would last in your fridge for a week and a half, if it lasts that long, of course. But then you get the ability to add that gorgeous liquid, and it just kind of means you've almost, you know, for want of a better analogy, you get 2 bites of the cherries when it comes to doing this with frozen berries. Is you get all that amazing liquid, you get the amazing berries that you can have even if it's, you know, not berry season. Of course I call berries brain berries because they're so incredibly good for your brain health, as well as, you know, looking after your weight and keeping your blood glucose levels low, and they're high in fiber and pretty much, you know, low in calories and all those wonderful things. So I always like to have blueberries around, and sometimes you have to go for the frozen stuff. Yeah, not all the time, but because I really adore them and I love the flavor, it kind of works. So I'm going to go back to my little bit of coconut milk. Normally I'll do this a lot faster. This is cooling down. I'm starting to panic. But normally, obviously, I wouldn't be describing everything I'm doing. I'll just be working to get it done. So a little gorgeous drizzle of your non-dairy milk goes on there. There is nothing stopping you from also going back to that little bit of cinnamon. Can just get sprinkled on top. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. See, doesn't matter that we forgot it. We can still add it at any time. And why not? Just because, let's add a few chia seeds. You can use black chia seeds, which is what I've got here. You can use white chia seeds, I think, which I had in the photo that was published today on Bridget's Healthy Kitchen. And there you have, like, literally breakfast of champions. Yes, I know it's not how you make porridge. I know. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try it. I'm just looking for my... He's a bit delayed in the broadcast, so he won't know what I'm doing. I have footsteps! Alright, I'm gonna have a bit of a try, because this is... And you look! Oh! And it's purple! And I know I've got some purple lovers out there who just love that colour. Look at my breakfast. I'm gonna have to give it to my hey, but I'm gonna have a try. Ready? Oh, that is so good. One more. Make sure you get a berry in there. Get some of that gorgeous blueberry liquid. Enjoy, like, the fortifying goodness that is that porridge. It is so tender, you don't have to chew. Just allow your tongue to do the work. It is phenomenal. Tastes really good. As I said, fill you up, keep you going. Someone would like this. Would someone like? No, he's. Oh, all right. Got to do it, eh? I've been talking it up for ages. Oh, good, huh? I've been talking that one up for ages. Okay, look, you saw how quick that was. It's so quick. It's so good. Fill you up, especially in winter. We tend to feel like we need to get a bit more food into us. You know, we do get a little bit hungrier, as like genetically we're trying to add a bit of weight to keep us warm. So we do feel like we need a bit more food. You can still have more food, but be conscious of what that food is. And if that food is good quality fats, if that food is, you know, good quality fiber, protein, brain berries, all this sort of stuff, you can, and it's going to keep you full. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Do not forget Mother's Day competition. Hashtag Healthy Mother's Day. Join us for our virtual Mother's Day afternoon tea. We're going to have a bit of fun with this one, guys. Keep an eye out tomorrow. I'm sharing my tart au citron recipe with you guys. Dairy-free, sugar-free, and gluten-free, of course. All right, guys, take care. Have a wonderful day today. And do not forget, just keep calm, keep cooking,